Yes, guys. Yeah, man. Welcome back to the channel, Gabidan Family TV. Yeah, man. Big up to all of my viewers and my subscribers. Yeah, man. Anyway, guys, um, let me start by saying this. Big up to Color Smith TV. Yeah, man. So, Color Smith TV, as we all actually know it, a popular YouTuber. Yeah, we all know that. Yeah, man. So, just want to voice our opinion on based on the YouTuber Color Smith TV, right? Genuine youth, as far as I am concerned, because I actually watch his videos, right? Yeah, man, very inspiring to all of us YouTubers. I'm not sure about everybody else, but I can actually speak for myself. Yeah, man, very inspirational, right? So I can tell you this, as a YouTuber, um, in my eyes, Color Smith TV, you're doing a very good job, right? Just voicing my opinion, right? And I actually realized that there's actually, you know, both negative, there are negative and a positive side to towards this YouTuber, Collier Smith TV, wherein I don't know, sometimes persons actually do things because they want get recognition, right? And because they see a man I go out there and I try and I do, is one thing. You have to try and speak negative about it. Because at the end of the day, to be honest, we all can go there and do pretty much the same. Right? Sometimes you actually scroll through the internet and you actually see some negative things. Right? Actually, um, watch a video where Color Smith was actually doing actually an interview where the question was asked about enemies. Right? Not going to go in full detail, but um, his response was actually like, yes. So it's like at the end of the day, speaking negative about a person, I'm trying to get views, trying to get up there. And I think in his interview, he actually said, "What if anything happened to Collar Smith? Or you're going to eat?" And actually, I actually have to laugh. I actually have to laugh about that part, right? That is true. And that's what I actually realized about the internet. Sometimes just speaking about somebody, so like your channel actually get pulled, meaning, get views and all of these things. But anyway, I'm just trying to voice my opinion, um, based on, you know, what I actually realize, on the internet. Yeah, man. There's a few other persons I actually watch, so to say, it is Oliver Unfiltered, yeah, man. So actually transition from Oliver Lifestyle J to um, Oliver, Unfiltered. Yeah, man. Very respectable um, individual, you know, always voicing his opinion and so forth. Yeah, man, big up yourself, man. So anyway, the point I'm actually trying to say, you know, why being so negative towards somebody that is being progressive? If you see somebody that is doing something positive, why be so negative about him? Right? So I can understand where Color Smith is actually going. Right? Just voicing my opinion. It is best to actually um, go out there making a name for yourself. Meaning going outside of your country, sharing, you know, videos of other places, sharing culture, lifestyle, food. Yeah, man, good content. Yeah, man. So all of these things supposed to be a form of inspiration um, for other YouTubers and not a beat down, right? So I think I actually saw a thumbnail on somebody's video regarding his family, why he did not spend time with his family. I'm not sure if anybody actually saw that. Um, it's a man's role to break away from his family, meaning where work is actually concerned. Where work is actually concerned, right? So that is actually natural for a man to actually leave his family to make things better. Put it as that. If he's a content creator, right, and where he actually has his team actually has their own channel. Poppy, you know, Socks, you know, Geobud. Well, yeah, all of these persons, you know, Climber, yeah, man, to name a few. Everybody's actually doing their own thing. But at the same time, the point I'm trying to actually say, why bash a person when you're seeing that person actually being progressive? I don't know why. It's like even a common job, these things exist. So my word is, you know, it is not right to make a bad comment. I'm not saying that persons are actually carrying feelings or to say them bad mind or whatever. I don't know what is the case. Or is it just that they're actually trying to get a different kind of view, you know? Because to be honest, sometimes if somebody actually says something bad about another person, sometimes actually, it catches your attention, really, you know, to actually get an insight what this is all really about, right? So, as I always said, nothing go fast like a bad news. Yeah, man, the quickest way if you actually get the attention, you know, they call it controversy. Yeah, man. So, to name a few, I don't watch everything, but everything's actually on the internet, scrolling down, you see all of these things. Um, Daddy Gaga and see me, so that yeah, there was actually a video. I think he actually did a song on it. You know, he's not his son or something like that. Anyway, that was kind of funny. You know, yeah, man. But um, I'm just saying, congrats to Color Smith TV. You know, very inspirational. Actually inspire a lot of other Jamaicans. Um, you can see, I can actually speak for myself based on whatever I actually watch on his channel, and persons actually, gravitate to him, persons who will actually help. He's a very helpful person as well, you know, not selfish. Um, there are the persons who become YouTubers because of him. So I don't understand why people will actually speak negative about this person, right? And I think we Jamaicans, we need to stop. Right? That is my opinion. When we actually break down each other, it's like you give another man a strength to go fight against your own. That is how I see it. Never see the China man fight against anyone else. You know that. Never see a China fight against anyone else. Yeah, man. So, make we just focus on growth. That is just my input. Make we just try to just grow together. Make we just try to build each other. When you see a man a try to build a thing, try to throw on a stone. But where the internet is actually concerned, um, these things are actually like a part of it. I'm not sure if I'm actually saying the right thing, but based on what I have actually watched, yeah, man. You always have negative comment, you know. But yeah, man. People always be people, Just try to be genuine and try to say the right thing. Try to beat on your black brother. Try to uplift him or try to encourage him. Who to tell same way, the same person who try to pull you down. Or the same person who you try to pull down. What I'm trying to say. That same person actually turn around and can give us strength. Not to say you can actually depend on a man's strength still, but it's a small world. That is the whole point I'm trying to make. It's a small world. Yeah, man, very small world. Yeah, man. So anyway, I kind of make the video kind of short, and we still just want kind of touch a few points um, about the whole Color Smith TV thing. No, just leave the man alone. That's all I can say. The man do something positive. Very, very, very positive, right? And he's actually an example to other YouTubers as well. So just come off of the man case and do no one thing. That's how you go. Yeah, man. It's like, so to me, to my understanding, it's like if you no bash and pull on people, like, actually, get a bus or something like that. Just as how he's going out there, um, talking to people, you know, visiting places, sharing, um, you know, different kind of food and all of these things. We can do the same thing. It's not hard. You're more than try to pull on people in kind of way. Yeah, man. Straight up on the thing, Yeah, man. But anyway, guys, it's just a reasoning still. Yeah, man. Bless upon yourself. Yeah, man. Till next time I touch upon another topic. Yeah, man. Bless upon yourself. So, um, remember, if you're new to the channel, you know, you can always leave a comment, like, comment and share. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and show some support. Um, you know, yeah, man, most appreciated. Anyway, bless upon yourself, and give thanks. And remember, always try to give your brother, black brother, strength and not a fight. Man. Bless upon yourself and just stay real. Yeah, man. I'm out.